Good morning everyone, good morning. It's Wednesday morning in sunny Bahrain. Today is a tech video. Today we're going to talk about Google Wi-Fi and my view why I think Google Wi-Fi is really good. Because it fixed our problem here in Bahrain and it works perfectly. It actually works perfectly. So let's talk about Google Wi-Fi. So this is the Google Wi-Fi. This is the first generation. I bought the first generation one. I got it slightly cheaper in the UK. That's the one unit there. It literally gets plugged into the modem down there. The problem we had with the internet here in Bahrain is the internet is provided by the apartment that we're leasing while we're living here. And the Wi-Fi in Bahrain is a little bit haphazard. Like if it rains, on weekends here in the area that we're in, I think they throttle it or they do something to it. This was one of the areas, this is called Sanabis in Bahrain. And Sanabis in Bahrain, I think a few years back when all the problems were happening in Bahrain, this was one of the key areas where there was a lot of police presence and a lot of, I guess, barricades and stuff to stop protesters coming across with the Shiites and the Sunnis when they were disagreeing here in Bahrain. It's all settled down in Bahrain now. It's a very safe place and it's a very good place to live. But the internet still, I think, is throttled on the weekends. The other problem is this apartment has very thick walls. It has concrete walls. It's a big apartment for a two-bedroom apartment. Well, big based on UK Australian standards. It's like a 155 square meter apartment, which is quite large. Not sure what that is in feet. Sorry, my American subscribers. But anyway, we had problems that in the first bedroom, which is what we use as a study, and our main bedroom, that we just couldn't get the connection. And also that multiple devices on the router would literally, we would just get blocked out. We just could not connect to the internet. Even turning off devices, like a few devices, it still wouldn't work. It was really annoying. First I thought I've got to change and get our own internet and not have the one in the building. But then I started reading. About Google Wi-Fi. First generation Google Wi-Fi, the one I just showed you. Google Wi-Fi is like a mesh Wi-Fi system. It has the main point which goes into your router. So I guess it replaces your router and you name that as your network. And then it has points, so you can put multiple points throughout your apartment or throughout your house. With us, we only needed 2 points. So I've got the one plugged into the modem that I just showed you, and the second one is in the study, the first bedroom here, which is through that wall. The first bedroom there, which is through the wall. I didn't put one in the main bedroom. Since I've installed it, it works seamlessly. Now the internet here is not very fast. It's not fiber. It's normal, I guess, normal broadband. I get sometimes the best is about 5.5 to 5.5 upload download. The upload is fast, which is good. The download is not so, it's not super fast. It's not like London. In London we get something like 30 and I don't know, 130 or something like that. So it's not as fast, but it's faster than Sydney. It just wasn't reliable, that it kept dropping off. Too many devices, too many Apple devices. I use Apple devices. I've got a Google Wi-Fi. This is my Apple phone. And it works perfectly. There's an app which I'm going to show you now. The app is actually the Google Wi-Fi app, and then you open the Google Wi-Fi app and you can see it has internet, Wi-Fi points 2 and devices 0. That's not correct, devices 0 I don't think. So then you have these options at the top. I did show this before. It says everything looks good on 2 Wi-Fi points are online. Download speed was a bit slow, so it gives you everything. You can go in here, you can do network check. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to get it. You can do network check, you can do priority device, you can do show password, more actions, network in general, family Wi-Fi, guest Wi-Fi, and home control. You can prioritize which device you want to prioritize. You can do the network check, which is what I showed you before, which does the internet, the mesh, and tests the Wi-Fi, so you can start all tests to make sure it's all working properly. That's pretty it. You have to have a Google account, like I said, you have to log in, but this is the app. It works well. You can also do it when you're away from home. You can also check it when you're somewhere else. You can see, there you go, now it's changed. I've got 9 devices. So that's always the problem when you have multiple devices. 2 Wi-Fi points, one in the main room, one in the spare bedroom study, and the internet. Everything's online, everything is green, and we have 9 devices. With the app, of course with the app, you need to put it onto your phone. It works on iOS, it works on Android, so there's no problem there. I guess I'm starting to get a little bit in between. I'm in between now the Apple ecosystem and the Google ecosystem. I've even now got a Google Drive where I bought more storage for my Google Drive. The work that I do, they've also got a Google Drive, so I use that. So I'm kind of getting a little bit more into the Google ecosystem with my Apple devices, and it works quite well. The app which I just showed you, it's very, very easy to set up. Google is very, very easy to set up. I also have a Google Home, the little speaker, which I don't really use that much, and I also have a Google Chromecast on this TV. I don't actually have an Apple TV yet, I haven't bought one. But the Google Wi-Fi, as you can see by the app, you set up the modem, you can check your upload and download, just like speed test. You can also test your mesh. Now you saw on the mesh then it said it wasn't great. Most times it's great. Like I said, there's one in that room, there's one in this room. It creates the mesh network. Natasha and I have a lot of devices. We have 2 phones each, we have 2 iPads, we have 2 computers. What else? Actually, Natasha has 2 iPads. So there's a lot of devices that can be sucking on the Wi-Fi at any one time. The YouTube videos I upload, I'm uploading. In Australia, I have to use my hotspot on my phone. Here, I can just use the internet. I couldn't do it before because in that room I wasn't getting the connection. So it creates a mesh network. I'm not really sure the technical term of how it all works. But the bottom line is, if you're thinking about this product, it actually works. It works so well that the new one that's just come out, which I'll show a picture of here, is a slightly different shape. It's a different form factor. This one is a little bit different. With the old one, you could actually use each Google Wi-Fi point, as you call it, could be the main, as in connected to the router, and can be separate ones in each room. The new one, it actually has a designated one for the router, and then you have the different points. The points have a speaker. I'm not so keen on the speaker. I don't think I really need it, but I bought the new generation. I bought one of those for our apartment in Sydney because we have the same problem in Sydney, and I think it's due to having too many devices, and I think the mesh networks really well. I've got an Apple Airport time capsule there. I use Airport. As you know, Apple, or if you don't know, Apple's not supporting Airport anymore. They don't make the Airport device. Google, I think, is a really good alternative. If it works in Sydney and it keeps the connection solid in Sydney and it doesn't keep dropping out, then to me it gets a big thumbs up because it's worked perfectly here. We do a lot of work that needs a lot of uploads, a lot of downloads. We have multiple devices. If you're looking for something that gives you a good, strong network, I think it prioritizes as well. It prioritizes which device. You can actually prioritize whatever device. You can also put a guest network. The app has lots of options. I'm not going to go through the whole app now. I just wanted to make this short tech video about it because I was thinking about it today, and I'm thinking, if you're in the same situation as me and you think it's just your internet provider and you think your internet is terrible, try the Google Wi-Fi because it actually does work. This is the light saying it's working. When it's starting up or it's gone offline, that's orange. It's a blue sort of light. You can adjust the brightness of that light, or you can turn it off completely in the app. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments. I know I haven't gone through the whole setup. If you want me to go through the whole setup, I can do another video and showing you how to set it up. But literally with Google devices, you just go to the app, Home app, isn't it? Yeah, you go to the Google app, it'll come up, it'll say it's finding the Google Wi-Fi, it'll find it, and then you go through and add your settings. So you have to name your Google Wi-Fi network. You saw I named mine just Bahrain Home, but you name your Google Wi-Fi network, you put in a very strong password, then you plug in your other points, and it just works. It's easy. To me, it's like Apple. It's just an easy process. I think Google's done really well here, and like I said, I bought one for Sydney and I hope it works just as well in Sydney. Anyway, that's my solution to fixing an internet problem. Like I said, big concrete walls, dodgy sort of area. Maybe there's a lot of interference here as well, but all in all, it worked, so I'm happy. Thanks for watching. If you, like I said, I haven't actually said it, I'm gonna say it now. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Porsche, I should say, tech, and watches. They're the videos I make. My name is Michael Barth. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.